All right, so let's jump into right off the bat. Agatha all along.
Mommy.
So
Ooh.
we are in Agatha episode 3,
Hmm.
and let me tell you. So my God, I don't know how y'all feel, but Agatha has been so strong. Like
Yes.
it's one of those things I feel like that was like the least expected to be so great, but so far we're 3 episodes in, and it
Mm.
has not let us down. The third episode we got this past week it started off I would say not immediately strong, but started
Mhm.
off very decently, right? It didn't start off weak, it didn't start off strong, but start off mid. But we hit halfway mark and boom, we went deep. We went
Yeah.
into things that we have been begging Marvel for years. And we got Mephisto mentioned.
Oh my God, we really did. Is he
we
an agent of Mephisto? Is
oh
he
my god.
though?
Oh
Is
my
he?
god. Is it fan service? Are we getting Mephisto? We have rumors of Ironheart. We have Agatha going on right now. We don't know. But like it's so pumped right now. We're getting in-depth, storytelling of these witches as they go
Mhm.
through the trials. Jennifer kills the first one that we come upon. Real quick, before we jump into theories and Easter eggs and whatever we have for episode 3, let's go through a rundown real quick of what happened. So as we end episode 2, they start down the witch's road. We immediately start episode 3 with they're going down it. We see a beach house. All right. So immediately we go into Big Little Lies looking scenario with this beach house.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Soon as they walk in, it's Big Little Lies right across the board. And we hear Deborah Jo Rupp go, "Have you heard of Huge Tiny Lies?" Which is a huge call exactly to the theme that they're throwing right now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this trial is Jennifer Kill, right? And we don't know 100% like about 100% backstory of any of these witches, but
Mhm.
Jennifer Kill, we get to see a little insert on all of these witches backstories and maybe some things they've experienced in their path and struggled with,
Right.
or things that
Yeah.
haunt them. And Jennifer
Yeah.
Kill, we get to see a doctor with her. Well, before I get jump ahead, actually, so they actually come across some wine, right?
It's
And
fine.
yes, and Deborah Jorup, she's here for it. She's about to drink some wine. This is the woman who jumped on this trail with these people, not a witch. She's here for the good time. She's just trying to have a good party, since Mr. Davis passed away. And yeah, poor woman. Oh my God, national
Yeah.
treasure. But she drinks the wine. They all drink the wine. Agatha's kind of
She
reluctant.
downs the wine.
Okay,
She
Yeah.
like
she downs
Body
the
that
wine. Let's
shit.
be real.
yeah. She tosses it back like a champ.
Yeah, a
Like an Air
couple,
Force vet.
not just one glass. Not a couple of glasses, but 2 glasses.
Hmm.
And everybody else
Before
does.
anybody actually starts drinking there, she shoots back
Right.
both of hers.
And they all realize this is part of the trial.
Mhm.
They all need to drink this. Agatha thinks that she can kind of skip out on it. She gets called out on it. She's forced to drink it. And immediately their faces all blow up. I mean, it's pretty funny to be honest with you. We're right off the bat. I mean, their faces blow up. It's like some very bad plastic surgery mishaps. And then immediately their faces go back down, and then they start hallucinating. Uh, we see, I mean, different ones of them go through different trials and see some things of their past. I think that they struggle with, or things
Yeah.
that they're fearing. The high priestess is what this one's based on because she's about potions, and this is about creating a potion, to get them out of what they've been poisoned of. And Jennifer Kell is who this is centered around. And Jennifer Kell, I think she was maybe like a midwife back in the day. This doctor, kind of like drowns her and forces her and disgraces her. And
Mhm.
in this episode, she says he took my power, and I think it's something to do with this old timey doctor that maybe was offended by her being better than him, maybe
Mhm.
knowing more than him,
Yeah.
and we're not sure. I know we're going to probably get more explanation on down the road,
Yeah.
but he puts her down in the water. She struggles with that. We see some of the struggles of the other witches in this.
Mhm.
Uh, and man, it immediately goes from kind of lighthearted, kind of funny to super dark so quick.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my god! I mean, and then we get Mephisto's name mentioned. Jennifer Kale actually talks to Teen, and she starts talking about Agatha and her son that she had, saying that she gave him up for the Dark Code, and so many other things. And like when you hear Mephisto's name mentioned, that some say he's a demon, some say he's dead, some say he's an agent of Mephisto. When she mentions agent of Mephisto, his
Yeah.
composure changes.
Yeah,
Like
Teen's
it,
face gets so like ready to he was like at first he's like, "Wow, this is interesting." Oh no, she said Mephisto, like we're going to fight.
yeah,
Oh
some
shit.
something's not right.
Mhm.
Something he
Yeah.
knows more than what we know that he knows.
Right.
And then we had the vigil, which we all know from episode 2 on him that it's really focused on at the end. And so, oh my god, there's so many theories. But like Joe Locke's character, which is Teen, to me mentions parents way more than normal. He's
Yes, he does.
mentioning his parents way more than normal. And then I think in episode 3, the thing he really mentions is, "Oh, I'm pretty sure they're asleep." So in episode 1, we get a mention of from I think Herb when he's talking to Agatha when they're still in the crime scene area, that there was a wreck on the west end of town or east side of town, whichever it
Eastview.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that there was two bodies found in the car, but don't think there's any relation to where they're at right now, which was supposedly Agatha's death. It makes me wonder if I don't know. So I'm not trying to like jump into theories right away, but like
Go
so
for it.
yeah, all right, let's just go for it. Fuck it. But so like, what if it's Joe Locke and his parents that died in this car,
Mhm.
and then we have Nicholas Scratch, who we know that Agatha per se gave up for the
Yeah.
power of the Dark Code,
Mhm.
that has came back and embodied Billy Kaplan's body because he died, and Billy
Right.
Kaplan doesn't realize he died. But Nicholas Scratch has like take over his body and is like his dark passenger, like Dexter, almost per se.
Oh, okay.
And that's why the sigil is over him. And he doesn't know the sigil's over him because there's something going on with Nicholas Scratch, maybe Mephisto, maybe
Yeah.
something like that, but taking
Mhm.
over Billy Kaplan's body because they
Yeah.
actually died, but he doesn't realize he died.
Deontay, what do you think?
Oh man.
That's it's a lot. I know.
It's a lot going on. It's just like I honestly I don't know what Marvel plans on doing with Mephisto. I just know like they've been playing around with Joe Locke's or Teen's parents so
Mhm.
much. And then Joe or Teen has been establishing a relationship with the witches that's already in the coven, like the
Yes.
not the potion one, but the one that wrote the Witches Road song. I forgot what her role even is. Like, there's an Earth Witch, a Potion Witch. Then there's the actress. I don't want to say anything offensive, so I'm just going to Google her real quick.
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
no, that's fine.
the cast.
Are you talking about Alice?
Is that who the one who becomes
Alice's mom is the one that came up with the song.
Agatha
Yeah,
all
and
along?
she went into that like steam room
Yes.
and it became like her dressing
Yeah.
room
Her,
where she
her
was
dressing room.
smoking. Yeah, it was
Yes.
Alice.
So it's Alice Wu Gulliver, played by Ali On, and
Yes.
Teen becomes close with her during this
They were talking
episode.
about her tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about her tattoo, which she ended up hiding from us because it's supposed to be like some kind of curse that her family placed on her when she was young,
Mhm.
Okay.
and to stop her from like another curse or something like that. And it's just like they're going to be friends going forward. So what is that going to lead to? And then I don't know if he'll be friends with Sashir Zamata, who plays Jennifer Kale. But her conversation with Joe Locke about are you an agent of Mephisto or
Mhm.
whatever?
Right.
And I don't know if she's going to end up mentoring Teen or what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
so Joe Locke's character seems like he's going to be the main focus point for the rest of this season because nobody knows what his role is, who
Yeah.
he's supposed to be.
Yeah. And I mean,
Catherine Hahn.
you know also that Rio's gonna eventually come back because now we don't
Right.
have that Earth Witch because Mrs. Hart passed away, or Miss Davis, you know, whoever
The
you want to
black
call her.
heart,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So now she's officially dead because I don't know if you guys noticed, but like when
R.I.P.
they were
to
taking
Corrupt.
off their like hairs to put into the like the
Mm.
concoction, she wasn't there. She was
Yes.
still on the table.
And you are
Like,
the first one that caught that of all of us. Like literally, I'm like, oh, she died. This sucks.
and no, I was
And
like,
Yeah.
I knew
it,
she was gonna die because like her
yes.
hair didn't go in it.
And
Her
I
hair
didn't
didn't
think
go
about
in the
that until you said
potion.
that.
Yeah, because she was the last person that they were trying to heal, and they tried to rush to get the potion to her, but they
But they
were
never
just too
took her
late.
hair and put it in the potion.
Like everybody else has put a strand of their hair
Everybody
in
had to
it.
put a strand of their hair in it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And so
so it's
like
like, why the potion healed them and not her? Well,
because
I
her hair,
understand why not her, because her hair
yeah,
was not in it, and they
right.
Yeah,
waited too long.
And they've
yeah,
not addressed this because of her hair. But like I think Tay's right. Like I literally think it worked with everybody and they kind of like I love the whole them sliding in the oven to go the rest of the way to their witch's road, which is kind of like a was it Hansel and Gretel thing
yeah,
where they like,
Yeah.
throw the witch in the oven, but
yeah.
they went through there to go to the next part of the road. So like
Mhm.
I love all the segues, for witch things. But like
Dude,
it
and did it
100% they
not
didn't
give
grab her
you
hair.
did it give you straight Goonies vibes when they were going down that
Mm.
water chute?
They
Like,
sure
Yes.
what was
did.
missing? Because
Goonies,
I was watching
Hansel
it
and
and I was like,
Gretel.
"Oh my god, it's
Yes.
the Goonies." Like,
There's a
Yes.
they're
ton of pop culture
fucking
references in
There is
this.
yeah,
so much pop culture in this, and
yeah,
Hmm.
it makes my heart so full because it's not like, "Ooh, let's throw in pop culture here to appease everybody." It's,
right,
"Let's throw in pop culture in here where it makes sense and
right,
appease everybody." Like,
yeah,
oh my
and
god.
I really
Agatha is so freaking good right now.
It
yeah.
is.
What I really wanna, like, get more information on is, like, why she heard the crying baby and, like,
Mm,
took back
yes.
the blanket in the crib and saw the dark hold there. Like, did she
Well,
not know that she was trading the baby for the dark hold? Like, I wanna know more information of that backstory.
my heart is so heavy with this. Like, cause like, we know Agatha is a bad person. She
Yeah,
I don't care how you twist and turn it, Agatha is a bad person. And so,
Yeah.
like, Agatha I mean, Jennifer Kell started talking to Teen and was like, "Hey, they say Agatha gave up her kid, for the dark code." And then
yeah,
Agatha, because she drank the wine later and then everybody else, she got her hallucination later. And
yeah,
as she hears a baby crying, like, Catherine Hahn is bringing the acting to us. Like,
yeah,
from the crazy crime scene TV show to Agatha to the emotion of what she struggles with and what she's done in the past. Like, when her face just drops when the baby starts crying and she
yeah,
pulls back that blanket in the crib and you see the dark code, which pretty much confirms that she gave up her son for this dark code or for this
mhm,
power.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the acting in this is fucking great.
And the
Like,
coloring also of, like, because
oh,
like, when they were, like before she,
yes,
like, heard the baby crying, you could see it was all, like, blue kinda aura, and then
yes.
when it
Yeah.
started panning around to, like, the crib, then it was kinda, like, all dark and
Mm,
kinda, like, golden, and then, like, it panned back around, like, when she, like, snapped out of it, and it went back
yes,
to blue. I
yes.
was like, "Oh my god, the lighting in this is amazing," and lighting always has something to do with Marvel because
Mm,
we saw it in Loki, we saw it in
yes.
so many different sorry, excuse me, I'm definitely fighting something, but, like
So Witch's Road is okay.
yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm excited to see really what they do with the rest of this because like, there's
Yes.
just so many different avenues, and they have more trials to go through. And like New Rockstars was saying that like you got to look for like what they how witches have died, so like the drowning with the crack in
Mm,
the water and like all the water was rushing in, or the or burning, or like all of those like little pieces of hanging or whatever. um so yeah, it's
and Jennifer Kell says, like, "He took my powers, he bound me." And
yeah,
so, like, obviously, we're gonna find out what's going on, but, like, I don't know how, but obviously that doctor is from a whole 'nother time era, and somehow this guy like bound her from her powers that she's been struggling to even have throughout all these years, and
Mm.
that's why she's been doing what she's been doing. And like, God, there's so much depth and so much layers to this. Like, it it's visually, the filmography of everything is so great. I love how we're probably gonna get 1 or 2 trials per episode, and we're digging deep into each character of this.
Yeah.
And then as we dig deep into each character of this, we're going to get a little more tad bit of secretiveness that Agatha's hiding, that
Yeah.
Agatha's struggling with. And I think at the end of this, we may be surprised to find out what Agatha's wanting to get in this road may not be what we expect. I really think that.
You don't think it's her powers back? You think it's the kid?
No, I think it's a combination. I think it's her wanting her powers back.
Yeah.
I think ultimately she does want to take eventually the powers of all these witches in this coven she's put together. But at
Okay.
the same time, I think she feels so guilty and so heavenly burdened with
Yeah.
what she did to get the Darkroad powers to sacrifice her child. And this is where, once again, I say this. I know I said this last episode, and I don't want to get to where we're humanizing these villains and we're making them anti-heroes, things. But like, I truly feel like she's going to end up sacrificing herself for Tink at the end of this, because she's going to be so heavenly burdened with what she did with her son, because
Mm.
it keeps getting brought up. And like, let's be real, no
Who's
matter how
protecting
good or
him?
bad you are, the human part of us, if you're sacrificing your kid, that's going to weigh heavy on your heart and your soul.
Mm.
I don't think it was an easy thing for her to do, but it was a decision that she made, regardless of being wrong.
Yeah.
And like, so right off the bat, real quick, like here's a picture of them that we get as soon as they come into the beach house.
Yes.
Uh,
I
and
love the vibe.
yeah, it's 100% Dirty Little Lies right there. And Jennifer Kell, she's like, "Oh, I feel like I'm just like one of my, one of my customers."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love
But
how Teen went from goth to like prim and proper
Yeah,
yes,
like
towards
yes,
Freddy
the
from the Mystery Gang with Scooby Doo and Shaggy. You're like, bro, you missing the ascot, bro. Okay.
That's
yes. But
funny.
man, there's so much we got. Like right here is Jennifer Kell, where she's about to get her face pushed in the sink of water from this doctor from her past.
Yeah.
Here's where we get oh my god, I can't think of her name right now. Can y'all help me out?
Uh,
I just had it up too. Actually,
She's
uh,
a Broadway star. Anyways,
Patty Lupone. She plays a role of
yes,
Lila or Lilia Calderu.
Lilia. So this is
Yeah.
actually her teacher.
yeah.
Like it, as you look in, like, if you're seeing the subtitles, this is her teacher, and behind her is something that we can assume is like death.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think maybe
Which
she's
is
escaped.
really cool because when you look at that and you look at Aubrey Plaza when she bursts into the door and she's got like the mask kind of thing going
Yes.
on, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Mm,
Whew.
she got a lot of death going on. I'm
oh,
just saying.
okay. She's got
Yeah.
the fucking
Yes.
dagger and the tarot card like is like with that dagger, and I'm
Mm.
just like, is it gonna happen?
And her, that tarot card is death, which matches straight up to who she kind of resembles.
Yeah.
And then we get Lilia, who looks like maybe she, we see that Lilia is maybe 300 to 400 years old. So
Mm,
maybe Lilia has escaped death all these years, and maybe this is something that's facing her that she's been trying to escape all this time, or
yeah.
maybe she helped, that helped with the death of her teacher that taught her all these things. I don't know. There's so
Yeah.
much that's going on towards the
Yeah.
last half of this episode, and oh my god, it is so good. And we
Yeah.
we only get 30 minutes. Like, there's so much that happens in a 30-minute episode
Yeah.
that leaves us fulfilled and wanting more.
Yeah.
I can't be thankful enough for this. Like I said, the first half started out mid, but the last half just dove in deep.
Yeah.
Uh y'all have any like theories, Easter eggs you want to point out, or questions you want to talk to us about that that's
No, I
going
think I
on that
pretty
happened
much
in this
covered like
episode?
what I thought of. Deontay, did you have anything more to add?
Yeah, they pretty much have 9 episodes to cover all of this. So we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
already on episode what, 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
by now.
This is
3.
So
three,
three.
and tomorrow's 4.
Yep, and tomorrow's 4. So yeah, we probably got maybe a couple more trials left before it really gets into the nitty grittiness
Right.
of this story.
Yeah,
So
I'm really hoping that the next episode they run into Rio and she joins the coven.
they
Yes.
need her. They honestly need her because
They
like
do.
Miss Hart was never supposed to be in the coven in the first place, and
Right.
Yeah,
her dying has just raised the stakes for all the witches. It's just like
yeah,
if you're not on point, you will die on the witches' road. So who
yeah,
knows if it's permanent or temporary? So gotta come shit hot.
So
yeah.
there's so many things that we still need to see, so many things we need to learn to
Mm.
find out where this story is going. But I got some questions like immediately right off the bat that you can't help. But like, God, there's so many theories and things you can go with. Like, did Agatha, knowing unwillingly but willingly, give up her son as a baby,
Mhm.
for the Darkhold power, thinking that she could manipulate it and get her son back later on to find out that she couldn't. So maybe right before she gave up her son, maybe she's the one that put the sigil on him to protect, from anybody from finding out.
Okay.
Maybe that happened, and that's why initially she was like, "Oh, interesting," when she couldn't find out his name. Maybe it
Mhm.
triggered something, realizing, "Hey, I did this as a baby," and so she thinks there's a possibility that this could be her son. So that's why
That's
she's so
interesting.
protective of him.
Yeah, she always keeps putting him behind her. Like,
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
never
at
lets
first,
him
at,
go.
at the beginning of this episode, when it comes to drinking, she's like, "Oh, sure, whatever." But then she gets like kind of like that motherly protectiveness of him later on in the episode. So it's
Mhm.
like maybe she did that to try to protect him, thinking that she could manipulate the power she got and then come back and get him, but to find out she couldn't.
Yeah.
And now she's realizing maybe this could be my son. Or I'm on Team Wanda. I'm so on Team Wanda. And I
Okay.
want I want Wanda back. And we all see in
We all
Multiverse of
do.
Madness, right? We see Mount Wandagore collapse on top of her. When it collapsed on top of her, we see that poof of red magic, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what if that poof of red magic was truly her dying? But with her being the Scarlet Witch, what if that poof of magic was her soul being split into two, half of it going to Billy Kaplan
Huh.
body when he passed away, which would be the soul of Tommy because it's half of her. And then
Okay.
later on, say it's in Vision Quest or something, we see the other half of her split into some vessel for Tommy. And so she actually, at the death of Wanda, we will not get Wanda back,
Mhm.
but at the death of Wanda is a giant sacrifice and an explosion of her true magic and what she can do. She literally creates the sons that she so dire wish she had.
Isn't that what Superman did?
I don't know. I'm not the
Oh,
DC expert on this.
okay. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
Superman, like, when he died, like, he put, like, pieces of him into, like, different people, and that's how you had, like,
Mhm.
Superboy or something like that come out of it.
I
I
knew,
don't
like,
know.
back in
I
the
could be completely
back in the
wrong.
comics, there was, like, Wanda kinda did this roughly, but then there was, like, pieces of Mephisto that helped create them. And so,
Mm,
like, I'm not saying that's necessarily what happened, but something similar to that. And
yeah.
even though we may never get Wanda back, maybe at the death of at the true death of her, we somehow got the true creation in 616, the creation of Tommy and Billy, but it was like into other vessels.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much, and like once again, I somehow feel no matter how bad or good she may be turn out to be, I don't know how they're gonna twist her character in this, but I
Mm,
still feel like at the end of this, she's gonna Agatha's gonna end up sacrificing herself for Billy
team.
Kaplan, Wicked, however you
Okay.
want Teen, however you wanna call him.
Yeah.
And I feel like somehow that's gonna be the end of Agatha, but that's how we get this Teen's character maybe as Wiccan pushed into the Young Avengers or pushed into the rest of the MCU, and we carry his character on out.
And maybe that's the secret Wanda movie that they're making.
Maybe.
Who
I don't
knows?
know.
Man,
There's
there's a
so many
slim
theories.
chance, yeah, that this kid could wind up in the Strange Academy because they're supposed to be
Mhm.
working on Strange Academy. They have America Chavez already
Right?
Mm,
in the Comitage school that Doctor Strange is teaching. So maybe Doctor Strange will show up at the end of this season and
huh.
recruit team.
Mhm.
So
Interesting, because like Ned also was using
Yeah,
the ring, the sling ring. So
they could
yeah,
bring
yeah,
Ned in, and we already seen America. Chavez at the end of Multiverse of Madness already practicing with the Cumbertage.
yeah,
So yeah, you're right. Maybe they bring in Billy Kaplan or Wiccan or whoever he might be, and we have them three young people, learning under Strange or learning under Wong or whatsoever. I don't.
yeah,
God, there's so many things that this could be. Like,
yeah.
I'm so ready. Why can't they just drop the whole season at one time?
man,
Because they gotta keep you waiting for more.
Yes, they have
It's
us
for
on the
you, Blake.
edge.
It's specifically for you.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you guys ready to talk about some Fantastic Four first steps?
Yes,
Let's
100%.
go.
So Joseph Quinn, like I think 3 days ago, got interviewed by somebody, and I can't remember who it was. Do you remember who it was?
It might have been Vogue or something like
Yeah, I think
that.
it's Vogue or Variety, one of the two.
Yeah, one of
And
the
and
V's.
and they kind of like talked about, how you prepping for Johnny Storm, and him being him, and being the wisecracker that
Super,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah,
He gave them a obviously not a realistic setting, but he told them, he's like, I'm pretty much setting myself on a balcony and just dousing myself in gasoline to light myself on fire and seeing how to, that's how I'm prepping myself for Johnny's store.
yeah. Did you also
Flame
see
on.
did you also see his interview with kind of along the same like article that came out with that, but he talked to comic book movie or comic book something or another.
Hmm.
Um and he had told them that like, oh yeah, it's like a great time hanging out on set with like Pedro Pascal, and he talked about like all the three other people that are like the main people, but he's like, just to name a few, and I'm like, to name a few? Are we really doing this right
Oh,
now? Like,
damn.
are we just like dropping the hints that like something's coming? Because we
Who's
know
the
that
other
Robert,
few?
yeah, that. So we know that like Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to be at the end of this movie, right?
Right.
As Doctor Doom and that, or Victor
Mm,
Doom, Victor Von Doom. Yeah.
right.
So we know that he's supposed to come. So like there's got to be more, and he didn't name Robert Downey Jr. as one of the people that he's hanging out with.
Right.
So
Uh
like July 25th cannot get here sooner cuz
Please.
like
no.
July is going to be a crazy month, and we'll kind of go through that a little bit more throughout this episode. But yeah, uh
Mm.
I
I can't.
can't
I'm
wait.
I'm ready for the freaking first teaser trailer. Like, give us a
Yeah.
freaking trailer.
Please.
Give it to us on
Yeah.
Christmas. I don't want to wait till Super Bowl. Give it to us on Christmas.
Ah, man.
I don't know.
And what's wild is like Marvel's been showing not a steady replication of like what they've been doing in the past. Like
Yeah.
we've there's been some teasers that they've not shown us till like 3 months before, like Thor Love and Thunder. I think it was like 80 or 90 something days before it released. They gave us our first teaser. But then
Yeah.
we're getting Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts we're getting like a teaser for 6 months out.
Yeah.
So that being said, it's very possible for us to get a teaser for Fantastic Four in somewhere between December and February. It don't release to July.
It'll be a New Year's Eve, like,
Oh,
Oh,
there
God.
you
mm,
go.
I'm
The
okay with
Or
Merry
that.
New
Christmas,
Year's
I'm
Day.
okay with that.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I hope so.
give it to us. I don't
Please.
care. Like, it can't come early enough. Like, oh my
Yes,
god. Mm,
absolutely. It's gonna be great, like, honestly. At first, I gotta say I wasn't really excited for it. I was
mm,
skeptical, but, how they've been, like, releasing news and the San Diego Comic-Con where you got to see the car and everything, like,
yeah.
Mm.
I am getting hype about this.
Mm,
Undeniably, I will say that I am happy to see what happens next.
yeah, I truly believe. Like, I was talking to Deontay earlier, and I was like, I think like don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like Marvel's been very pumped and very full steam ahead since, all the way up to Endgame.
Yeah.
And like their marketing slightly changed because they took some different, variations on
Mhm.
things they put out. But I'm like, even 3 years before Endgame 2019, I was like, I feel like 2025 is gonna be Marvel's 2016.
Yeah, no, you
Like,
have to build up in order to get there,
mm,
like, you can't just
for real.
immediately have Endgame type material, like,
Right.
we started out with Iron Man, 1,
In
which was great,
2008. Yes.
but,
Banger.
like, then you had Iron Man 2, Then you had 3. And we had like Thor 1, 2, and 3. And we
Right.
were like, oh God, what is happening right now? We had like different iterations of the Hulk. There's got to be swings and misses.
For sure. And I
That
think that
happen
them taking 2024 not off, but like, Kevin Feige
with the
made
strike. Yeah.
no, 2024, he's like, we're releasing one movie because
Okay.
as Marvel, as writers, every screenwriters, everything, we're kind of regathering ourselves and making sure that we deliver you the quality of things and reevaluating things from what we've learned over the past 2 to 3 years. We're
Okay.
regathering ourselves. That's why we're only releasing one Marvel movie in 2024, and then come 2025, we're coming out of the gate. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I know it's only trailers that we've got so far as teasers, but I think it's one of the best things that Marvel's done since Endgame. Because, like, let's be honest, these trailers for Captain America 4: Brave New World, Thunderbolts that just released, we have so many teasers already for Daredevil Born Again. There's so many, and Fantastic Four. 2025 is going to be Marvel's 2016. I say it right here, right now. I think them regathering themselves, refocusing in 2024 and only releasing one movie instead of 3 was one of the smartest things they could have done. And I think that I still love Marvel where it's been going, but I think for all the naysayers and all the doubters that's over the past couple of years that's been kind of coming at Marvel, I think they're going to be silenced come the beginning of next year.
Okay.
I truly do, because like I know trailers don't say everything, but God, these trailers and these teasers look so freaking good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Even the
see.
haters I got something positive to say about this movie. Yes, you fucking do. Get ready. Get
Right.
I
ready.
don't know, man.
2025.
I'm still, honestly, I gotta say it, I'm still on the fence about Captain America. Like, you can at me, it's okay, but I'm not all jolly about like everything that's happening.
Okay.
I
What
don't know.
what are you not jolly about? If you don't mind, real quick.
Captain America. Like, I'm just like, I think it's overdone and dry. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just over it.
That's
And as someone that's
America's
a
ass.
captain, as Chris Evans, yes, it is. But
Oh,
I'm
no.
Woo!
I'm
Not
not
Mr.
saying
Mackey.
I'm not saying that Mr. Mackey isn't doing a great job
Yeah.
as it. I'm just saying I never really got the idea and aspirations of Captain America. Like, that was never
I get
my
it.
superhero.
Sure. So, like, I love Anthony Mackie as Falcon, and I love passing the mantle to Anthony Mackie, but I don't think they've done Anthony Mackie's character storytelling proper that he
Mm,
deserves yet.
yeah.
I truly don't. Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, I love to a point,
Mm,
but come toward the end of the Falcon and Winter Soldier where it came Captain America the Winter Soldier,
mm,
I don't feel like they gave him the justice that he needed to become and take up the mantle as Captain America. That man has all of the acting qualities to become our new Captain America. That man's character as Sam has every deserving right to become Captain America. But these writers, which I'm hoping for Captain America 4: Brave New World, is a redemption for him to truly embrace the Captain America that the MCU needs for taking on a new mantle of him.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, they're not showing off his ass enough. So you need to focus on Anthony Mackie's ass if you're going to replace Chris Evans' ass to be America's ass. So what is wrong with y'all?
It's all about the ass.
So on